Hi light beings, welcome back to my channel, Higher Consciousness. My name is Alexis, or Woksapeo Lewian, which means Seeks Knowledge Woman in Lakota. Recently, I've been inspired to share my passion for understanding how the metaphysical world works by sharing this tarot card reading with you today. Before me are 4 piles of tarot cards, each having their own crystal on top of them, the crystal demonstrating the characteristics of that pile. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. You may pick a pile, however, do not pick a pile just because of how the crystal looks, but rather the energy that you feel towards what you are drawn to. You can pause the video if you need to and meditate on the cards to make a final decision. Without further delay, let's get started. For those of you who chose pile number 1, let's see what November 2019 has in store for you. So it looks to me as if you've spent a great deal of time socializing and networking, and that could be coming up for you in November 2019 as well, with the 3 of Cups card. Your socializing has allowed you to find a great deal of abundance through it, represented by the water and the Ace of Cups. Nourishment flowing through you. You have so much coming to you that you have enough to share, symbolized by the waterfall flowing from this cup. You have so much abundance coming in that you're able to share it with others, and that's really amazing. So the 3 of Cups happens when you've spent a good amount of time having fun, being spontaneous, and celebrating. And while that's fun and a great amount of opportunity arises from it, the cards are showing that you will also find a time of solitude and to withdraw into your center this 2019. And that's really important in being able to ground and balance yourself so that you can move forward with your enormous amount of projects that are going on, demonstrated by the calcite, the busy times and multitasking card. However, if you are like the 4 of Swords here, when you are like the 4 of Swords here, you will be able to withdraw into your center, even though there's dangers around you. There's swords, there's wolves, there's possible potential dangers around you, but you've become a master of maintaining your calm, cool nature, even though there's dangers around you. And that's really powerful in leading up to your success this month. November is a time of stillness for you, and also for the greater good, because it is a time of Mercury retrograde where communications are not really going so well, and you are able to realize and understand that you should withdraw at this time and take a time to yourself to make internal reflections in order to choose the best course of action for your future. It's really amazing that you are able to maintain the freeze approach, which is actually a very healthy approach, instead of the flight or fight responses that most of us are innately programmed to respond in that way. However, with you making the decision to go within yourself, you are choosing to freeze, not flight, not fight. You are freezing, and that's actually the very healthiest approach one can take when posed with a challenge. So the cards are showing me that you are a very resilient and strong individual who's able to understand when it's time to speak and when it's time to take action, so long as you're not being distracted by external factors and influences, social groups. You are a true leader and inspiration to those around you, whether you realize it or not. Perhaps you will be going through some life challenges at this time related to the Three of Cups. Too much spontaneity and not enough planning can be the problem sometimes. Being influenced by friends or society. Maybe you're being influenced by friends or society to go out more than necessary. Whatever challenges this may be, you can always find the blessing in the challenge. This is the lesson that it taught you and what you want to take from this scenario that you're going through. This recognition will come from a time of solitude and internal revision. Given all the projects you have going on, which are leading up to your abundance that you are receiving this November 2019, whether it's a promotion, whether this is a good grade, a family reunited, you are receiving an abundance through your ability to process emotion and share it with others. Given all the projects that you have going on, it's a very busy time and a lot of multitasking is happening. However, you will receive this abundance if you are able to slow down and meditate and look internally. But by doing so is really learning how to focus on one thing at a time, which is demonstrated here that you are able to learn how to meditate. When we slow things down and we look at things one at a time, we're able to be mindful and focus and fully productive on that particular thing. And last, I wanted to share with you why the quartz was placed on top of your pile is because the quartz represents translucence, being very open and apparent, which is what you are this November 2019. You are able to share all of your emotions. You are able to process all of your emotions, whether it's good, whether it's bad. You let it in and you choose the very best course of action because you're being fully aware of everything you feel. I hope this helped you, pile number 1. Enjoy your November 2019 and we'll see you again later. Bye. All right, pile number 2, let's see what November 2019 has in store for you. We have the Justice card, the Three of Swords, and Temperance, Dolomite, and Diamond with a piece of rose quartz. So the Three of Swords card stands out to me because it demonstrates that you have been through a very difficult situation. Whatever kind of traumatic situation this is, it could be a heartbreak, a breakup, the passing of a loved one, a quarrel with a family, whatever challenge it is has deeply troubled and hurt you. And I'm so sorry to hear that. However, November 2019 does show that justice will be served with the Justice card. Justice meaning the energy that you give out will come back to you through karmic laws this November 2019. Although challenges have happened that might have been out of your control, others will see what you've done and how you've handled it, and they will be able to give to you in return. Justice will be served. You will overcome any adversities that you have had this month. Again, with the Three of Swords, you've been through a really difficult time. You are in a time of healing, and you need to be healing and comforted. You need to find self-love and healing. Healing from the trauma will take place this November 2019. So, although you've been through a traumatic time with the Three of Swords card, you have also found spiritual enlightenment demonstrated by the Temperance card. And what this means is that when we go through a dark time, we are able then to find the light in the darkness. And that is exactly what you are able to do and what you are going to do in November 2019. Whatever challenge it is that has faced you, you have learned to grow from it, even on a spiritual level. Through careful observation of your life, you're able to find those times that you have been divinely guided. You have been protected and guided all along, and you continue to be so here and now. Even as you're overcoming this trauma, you are being guided to find the lesson behind it, and you are destined for the growth that is coming because of the challenge that you have gone through. I can see right now that you're really safeguarding your emotions, and that's okay. That's right where it needs to be. This month, you will be able to allow your guides to show you the way and to provide comfort at this time that you are really holding on to your emotions from external exposure and learning to process them on your own. With your guides, your inner guides, you are now allowing into your life because your eyes are open after this trauma. So the Dolomite card represents that even though you've been through this hardship, you are advised to stay strong in your faith, which is exactly what you're doing with this spiritual awakening that you've just experienced. You are now finding that you may believe there is a creator, or that you at least can identify the laws of attraction that are working in this universe. And that sense of understanding and spiritual growth is showing you a way forward. You're learning to trust your inner guidance, which is really your spiritual guides trying to send you a message. And now you are finally receiving that message. This guidance can be referred to as your faith, your God, your religion, your spirituality, your beliefs, or at least an understanding of the laws of the universe and an awareness and understanding of that. You're now aware that you have guardian angels who have kept you safe through what you've gone through and are guiding you to a better route. We all receive guidance and protection from guardian angels, but now you are more aware of them. But now you are more aware of your spiritual guides as you are questioning your life purpose after what you just went through has left you to try and find your identity again. Try to rediscover who you are and what really makes you feel whole and pulls you forward. You're being guided to join different clubs, activities, groups, whatever it is singing, a dance, whatever it is that you are into, you are being pulled to go in that direction, and you will be able to receive justice by moving in those directions that you are being guided to go towards. By answering the call that your spiritual guides have been sending you, you will receive justice, guidance, and healing from what you've gone through. Just like a diamond, you have been through pressure and withstood. Not only withstood, but you are coming out on top of it. You are shining like a diamond. Just as diamonds take digging up, washing, shaping, you are doing now within yourself. You are now able to share your own self-worth and value and be treated as you really deserve to be treated, because you've realized that you shine and now you're comfortable with shining your light. Pile number 2, because you are being true to yourself and seeing your own self-worth, others are learning to respect and trust you as well. They are seeing your true value. And last, I've put a piece of rose quartz on your pile to symbolize love. Love being compassion, understanding, and nurturing. This is all that we need in order to keep us moving forward through these difficult times. Please, pile number 2, be gentle on yourself and find love, at least within yourself, this November 2019. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this helped, pile number 2. We'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, let's see what awaits you in November 2019. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. The 5 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Emerald. And Lapis Lazuli. So pile number 3. There may be a correlation between the 3 of Wands and the life-changing epiphany represented by the Lapis Lazuli. You have recently had an epiphany, and this epiphany is why you are able to let go this month. This is why those projects that you've been building up and waiting to do, now you are able to finish them and you're able to let go of it and await, not knowing if you'll receive the message that you want or not. Right now, you've had a moment, an epiphany, an experience that has led you to accept that you may or may not receive what you're looking for right away, but you trust in the process. Just as this woman is letting her falcon fly, hoping and trusting in the process that this falcon will return. This is just like you letting go and investing in your investments, trusting the process and hoping that it will return and bring back abundance to you. This month you are taking a strategic chance with good intentions. Pile number 3, you have been extending your efforts out forward, thinking more long-term than short-term, more growing and investing than instant gratification. That's demonstrated all in the 3 of Wands after your life-changing epiphany. In the month of November, you will be able to let go of your fears and doubts, fully indulge and invest in the project or idea that you've been working towards. And then there will be a time of stillness and waiting. There will be a time where miscommunication might be kind of off because of Mercury retrograde. But I feel that by the end of November, you should start to see some progress on what it is that you've been investing towards. Again, towards the end of November is when Mercury retrograde will start to cease, and then you may be able to see some progress on this. Your focus on material and physical abundance, however, may be preventing you from fully healthy relationships. And this may be represented by the Five of Pentacles. Here in the Five of Pentacles, we have this couple who is moving away, and you may be feeling that you are unwelcome in some relationships, again with school, with coworkers, with family. Whoever it is that you're having these cold feelings with, it may be because of being so involved in this investing project that you may be feeling hostility in those relationships because of it. And being aware of this, trust that the universe provides for you. The universe provides not only in wealth and abundance, but also in abundance of relationships and healthy relationships. Then this stability in relationships then in turn brings more abundance in material and wealth, that which surrounds us, the physical realm. By attempting to skip straight to wealth, your relationships may be lacking because you're not so focused on the process with them. You know that you may need to go through your differences and sort them out in order to rekindle this relationship. And in the month of November 2019, you will make that decision and pick through them the relationships that are worth saving. You may see an improvement in these relationships towards the end of November 2019, as Mercury retrograde will be ceasing around that time and communications will be opening up more. Your mixed feelings about these relationships may be supported and encouraged to grow and develop with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups may be a new love. It may be an older relationship and making progress within that relationship, or it could even be self-love. But the Knight of Cups symbolizes that you will make a healthy relationship this November, and this relationship can be a rock and a support to a framework to develop these other relationships on. This person is really your rock, your guardian angel during a time of being busy with a project that you've made a sacrifice and you're waiting to hear back from. It can be your rock during your time of hostile relationships. I'm really glad that there's a support system here during this time of question and waiting. Ceremonies and celebrations is also to come along in November 2019, and that very much will be the case with it being Thanksgiving this month. Thanksgiving, bringing families together, that may be a time where you might see some development in the relationships that are hostile. If those involve family or if they involve work, then it may be Thanksgiving allows you a time, a break away from them, and a fresh start to communicate openly with them as we come out of Mercury retrograde after Thanksgiving. And last, I also put a piece of citrine on your pile. The citrine crystal helping you to worry less and to be fully grounded here and now as you await for the forecast to find out what you will be receiving from your investing project. Thank you so much for joining me, pile number 3. See you next time. Bye. All right, pile number 4. Let's see what awaits you in November 2019. So we have the 4 of Wands, and we have the Lovers. We have the 9 of Wands, Aqua Aura, and Tiger's Eye. Wow, pile number 4. You are clearly demonstrating a harmonious relationship and partnership right here between these two cards, the Four of Wands and the Lovers. However, with the Nine of Wands, there is demonstrating some kind of resistance in maybe a community setting, school, work, and other relationships. There might be some hostility. So let's break this down here. With the Four of Wands demonstrates that you're ready to be showy. You're ready to be extravagant. November 2019 is a time that you will take this relationship to the next level of extravagance, of luxury, of public display perhaps. Whether you're in a relationship and you're thinking of going further, whether it's engagement or marriage, that could be happening this next month. Or if you're single, you might find someone this month. There's two cards in this deck that are indicating such. You will celebrate in extravagance this next month. You'll be celebrating this partnership, whether it be some grand scale wedding or maybe even just starting to go out with this partner in more public places and starting to warm up to different areas that you might be going to, maybe concerts, maybe out to dinner, whatever it is that is extravagant to you. And if you are single, I see this as a time where you might be coming more into loving yourself. Your self-work is being rewarded with abundance and joy, happiness. And with the Lovers card, it signifies that your relationship really is just not surface and that it's actually something deeper. It's not just the extravagance of the Four of Wands, it's something deeper. It's a partnership and it is a commitment. So if you are single, there is a chance that you may find someone this next month as well, given that there's two cards, two partnership cards right here in this draw. The Nine of Wands is the only indicator of any sort of hostility that may be going on in your relationships. I don't want to say that there's going to be some sort of hostility happening in November, but it is good to be aware and take precaution of what could happen. Maybe you are displaying a happiness in your relationship, however, there may be hostility more towards work, school, your other environments. You might have a shell and a defense system built up in those areas, such as demonstrated in the Nine of Wands. This defense may also be an indicator of Mercury retrograde working its magic. That miscommunication might be why you have a shell built up this November. Towards the end of November though, you should be able to break down this wall a little bit more with Mercury retrograde starting to seize and the line of communication becoming more clear. The Nine of Wands can happen because of our previous selves and who we were before. It can be really hard to break old patterns and to make a new pattern. The Nine of Wands is an indicator that you could break down this wall this November. You're experiencing this wall, however, now that you have awareness of it, you can break it down. You are aware of your own true feelings and who you truly are. This next month of November is a time where you can take the strengths and the abundance that you have felt in your relationship and take it into your workplace, your school, wherever it is that you are public. Take your strengths and turn it into a source of abundance, of knowledge, of wisdom, an open line of communication into your other areas. This will help you to move forward and go beyond this wall. The tiger's eye right here, your self-confidence through God confidence. Well, this might mean that your high defenses will be lowered through reassuring yourself that you have found divine purpose. So you can take that wall that the Nine of Wands has built, and you can break it down through having your own confidence. Confidence being found in divine purpose. With your identity set and established, you will be able to have enough confidence to move beyond this wall, to really conquer it and transform your own world. So this card, I know it says God confidence, and I'm not sure whatever religious path or spiritual belief that you follow, this could be different to you. But what it really means is to trust your inner guidance. Those spirits, those beings that channel through you are speaking to you. And this is a time that you will take what they are telling you inside. Trust your intuition that you are following your divine purpose, and you will have the confidence to break down this wall. And lastly, we have the healthy communications in relationships card, which is very true for the partnership and will be very true when you break down this wall. This card here really indicates that the way you are viewing yourself in public, in society, in work, in the classroom isn't exactly real. That you can change that image of what you think others think of you into a healthy image, and then it will become your reality through your own positive projection. Lastly, I put a piece of amethyst on top of your pile. For this amethyst will show your true uniqueness. Amethyst is a stone that has to be broken. On the outside, it can look like a clump of dirt, a geode, but inside is this beautiful crystal, such as we can be when we have shells around us. No one can really tell the potential that we really have inside of us. So I've put this piece of amethyst here in hopes that you will find your own special uniqueness and life purpose to break down that wall this November 2019. Thank you so much for watching pile number 4. See you next time. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. And please let me know what you thought of the reading and how it applies to your life. Thanks again. Until next time.